We'll show you what it's like for 4 people to live on a semi-broken 47-foot sailboat on the high seas completely off-grid, with no one anywhere near us to help in an emergency.
I feel like I'm on the Titanic right now.
Lila just saw dolphins. Whoa, there's 4 of them!
You'll see what it's really like to live on a boat with nothing but what you bring with you and your wits to keep you safe and alive. Who's gonna find our message in a bottle?
Good morning. We're headed out to the open sea this morning, 275 miles. So there's a lot to get ready before we get out there.
Some of the things we have to get ready before we take off include checking the oil, checking the coolant, steering pressure, making sure everything's stowed and the galley and saloon are clean. Turn on the windlass, which is to lower the anchor. Making sure the bilges are empty and the bilge pumps are on. Charting our course on the chart plotter. Make sure everything on deck is secure. Checking the radios and prepping the dish bag. Then we raise the hook and head out to sea. When it's all ready to rock, we can either raise the sails or crank the engine. That's an exciting sound. For a second, the bilge pump wasn't working. I think it was a clog, but we kept running it and it eventually cleared. Whew, that's one thing. What's our destination, Captain?
We're gonna dive the barrier reef right on the edge of Never Never Land. Then it's our last chance to grab a bug, a lobster, and then after that it's the basically the open blue ocean till we make landfall in the border of Florida and Georgia. So whoever secured this life raft did a pretty janky job. We're going to put a dive knife with zip ties in the vicinity so that if we have to, we can just deploy the knife, chop the lines, and then the raft will be available to us.
She's afraid. We're gonna go diving and there might be sharks.
Yeah. There are sharks out there, and the locals told us that there are sharks out there.
Should they be afraid, Captain?
I'm the one who's scared. I don't know about you guys.
The mood is somber on the Mystic Rose right now. Lila's seems to be pretty stressed out right. We're in the middle of nowhere, and it's just beautiful blue.
These guys are out there. They're swimming pretty darn fast. I would be holding them up a little bit because I injured my knee, which I've been working really hard to make sure it gets better. Beautiful, beautiful oceans here. I freaking love the Bahamas. They've stolen my heart for sure.
So we just dove inside of the Aquarium Blue Canyon and Shark Canyon. It's the name of this area. Trevor? It's the other side of the ocean.
It's our last treat, but I think it's appropriate because we are
Heading out to the open sea.
kind of feelings, thoughts, like a little scared, nervous.
I think it's gonna probably end up being long because the ice is gonna be gone soon, and then what?
It is a barrier reef, and it is fascinating just to see how the water's breaking across it and also the different colors in the waters.
We are last 87 feet right now, but we're about to go, and this will not keep up with that. Doesn't go that
Yes.
deep. We may have caught something. We need food, so I hope we did. Like, oh, wait a second. Is it? Barracuda. Whoa. Whoa. Bring him up. Hey, buddy. Whoa, look at those teeth. You had a bad day.
Well, we don't know if he's got Ciguatera.
Okay, so we're not eating him. Put him back in. Woo. Bye, buddy. And he swam off. He survived.
When you're 13 miles out, then you're considered to be out of the Bahama territorial waters. So we're gonna go ahead and bring down our courtesy flag.
I feel like they should play taps or something. Good job, Michelle. You're now promoted to captain. The simplest things taste so good when you're sailing. And when you're camping, everything tastes great. Everything tastes good when you're sailing. Plus, Lila can make food out of thin air, which is good because that's pretty much all we have. Madame, your breakfast.
Thank you.
Have you ever had anything so delightful on a ship before?
No, this looks amazing.
No soup for you.
Go ahead and give me 2 degrees starboard.
I know a lot of these sailing videos on YouTube, sailing looks super glamorous, but out at sea for, you know, hundreds of miles, there is literally nothing around you. All there is ocean, and it can be a little slow, especially when the wind has been cooperating. But Leland and I've had this conversation. The captain's sleeping now, and I've never raised a sail without the captain's consent, but I think we might do that because we've been analyzing the wind and our speed. Perfect, here we go. Jib time. Just gonna do one little wrap here. You gotta slacken the sheet on this side. You pull that sheet, baby. So it's releasing from. There you go, all the way out, There you go, great. Good job. And of course we are fishing as we go. Just trolling, trying to catch us a tuna. So we catch a tuna, that'd be cool. I'd even try to eat it, even though I hate fish. Oh yeah, look at that, shepherd's pie. Thanks, man. We just saw dolphins. Whoa! Whoa, there's 4 of them! 5! Hey guys, there's 6 of them. You get those, Lila? Oh, look at showing us his belly.
Oh my gosh, never ever have I ever. Amazing. That was freaking neat. Woohoo!
When you're out on the open sea for hundreds of miles, things that are simple on land at home aren't. Like, everything takes 10 times more effort and is more difficult. For example, sleeping. We're in a tropical area. It is hot and humid almost 24/7, so we'll end up sleeping on the deck. We'll sometimes try to sleep in the V-berth because squalls will appear and it'll rain, and the V-berth is small and uncomfortable. Using the restroom's a big deal. It's a tiny space. You've got to pump things out, then pump seawater in, then pump things. The shower is tiny and we have a limited amount of water in our situation, the water pump is leaking somewhere, so we can't leave it on. We have to turn the pump on, do our business, wash our hands, take a shower, whatever, and then turn the pump off. The refrigeration isn't working, the AC current isn't working, so we have no refrigeration. We have ice at times, but it lasts about 24 hours, then it's gone.
You have minimal days that you can have fresh produce in your provision supply, so there is a strategy that we have to use. You have to use all the perishables first.
Things break all the time at sea.
You have to have, I say, plans A through about J when you're on a boat like this.
And we are able to send short messages with devices like this. This one is the boat owners let you text right on here. I have another device called an InTouch by Garmin where I can get basic weather and send short text messages. The InTouch device we have tracks our position, and for our Patreon members, they can track and see whenever we're at sea, they can see wherever we are, follow exactly where we are in the middle of the ocean. Kind of a cool thing. So you should hit that Patreon link there in the description. So right now, under just wind power, we're doing 4.2 knots. What happened here?
The portholes didn't get closed and water was gushing in.
This is Brad and Michelle's bed, and it is now a water bed.
I feel like I'm on the Titanic right now.
Floor is soaked. Hey, but at least the freaking goulash, whatever this stuff made it, that survived.
Goulash is Hungarian. This is Bohemian.
Bohemian, got it. I'm not good with my Bohemians. You saw our bed just a minute ago. Everything that was up there on that berth came flying down here. I rinsed stuff like this GoPro charger in fresh water to get the salt water off, and then tried to dry it. Hopefully it's not destroyed. But all this stuff, this stuff got all soaked.
You do have to be aware, though, of other traffic that's out around you, because there are things like pilings if you're entering harbors. We've seen that. In fact, I just spotted a boat right now.
We're putting a message in the bottle for you to find. If you want to find it, these are the coordinates of where we are right now.
Right?
Who's gonna find our message in a bottle? Will it be you? We are ready for nighttime. Brad's got coffee, ready for his 75-hour watch. Now we're jamming at 6.6 knots. Brad got all the sails down except the mizzen, and I'm gonna go sleep for a while. My watch is in 3 hours. That is Fort Clinch on the northern tip of Florida as we enter this harbor. Florida, and that's Georgia. And over there on that island are they're feral horses, which is different than wild horses. And people are now picnicking on that fort, so I'm guessing the war is over. And this water is really gross compared to all the water we've been seeing. I think I want to go back.
So these are called day boards or day markers. And what happens is when you're coming into the channel, especially if you're a big ship, you take that marker and you line it up with that. You have to line them up as you're coming in, and that's how you stay perfectly in the middle of the channel.
We put our most experienced captain at the helm.
Throttle off, put it in neutral, and then give it throttle. Just nice and gradual. There we go. A little bit more.
This is a practice stop in case we're about to run into a yacht. We're trying to check into the country, but the customs office is closed that we need, so we're on the phone with a guy that might be able to help us. We'll see. Pulling into the U.S. for the first time in almost 3 weeks. Yikes. Ready, Freddie? Ready, Joe?
Always ready.
Oh, look at this guy. It's like you've done that once or twice before, Joe.
Maybe just a few times.
You have to use that app there.
Okay, you're the cutest stowaway we have. Yes.
But he can check you.
We have been approved to enter the United States. Woohoo, we can get off the boat now.
This is kind of exciting because we just met Joe, who's been super helpful getting us back into the country day. But what's more exciting, he went to our YouTube channel. He's like, wait, I know you guys.
Yeah. So I can't believe it. I guess I've already watched 10 of your videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
We finally had a real shower after like over a week, and it was nice. And laundry, you stop in yacht clubs and you just do laundry with a bunch of quarters. For exclusive content and to track us live anytime we're in motion, follow us on Patreon by clicking here.